What is up, everybody? It's your boy Duty back again with another video, and oh my lord, today was fun. Now, if you take a look at my content, you'll probably see, why doesn't Duty have any videos with Phil commenting on the interview? Because he ignored it. He did not talk about it whatsoever. He bypassed it. He didn't even get Snow Carl to ask him about the interview, which is very interesting. I have a feeling he reached out and basically told everyone, nope, don't talk about this. I am not talking about it. Don't bring it up. If you bring it up, you're gonna eat a ban. And he you know how he does. He talks to his moderators. So I apologize that I did not put out a video showing Phil's response. But I do have something very interesting. So big ups to Poem's Future, No Names. He's a really good detractor on Twitter. He pumps out a lot of good content. So if you're on Twitter, you can follow him. I don't think he has a YouTube channel, but he definitely has a big following on Twitter. So big ups to Poem's Future, No Name, of course. He's really funny. If you follow his tweets, he'll make you laugh. So he has an update to the situation here. So apparently there is an update to the DSP interview situation just put out by Stuttering Craig and his podcast. So let's take a listen.
I have received an email from Darkside Phil, and tomorrow I will read that email on Side Scrollers. So you guys got to tune in for that. There was a lot of talk about DSP after we announced things. I will be reading the email on the show tomorrow. He said it's okay to read it, which is great. I will read our correspondence. So I need you guys to come back and watch it tomorrow. So should be the correspondence has continued.
Alrighty, so they just popped off right now and essentially said that DSP sent them an interview. DSP sent an email. So he didn't respond to it on his podcast because he knows that, he was just going to get crap on it. So he did send him an email, and I'm 95% sure that Phil canceled the interview because, one, as we heard yesterday from the interview, Stuttering Craig said that Phil said not to mention it. And of course, he mentioned it. So of course, DSP has a control freak. And if you just don't follow one of his rules or stipulations, he's going to cut you off, call you a scumbag, you name it. And apparently that's what's happening here. So Stuttering Craig did a correspondence, and essentially, I guess he said he can read the email, and I don't know if Craig is just holding it off for more views tomorrow, but he's going to read it tomorrow, and I'm pretty certain that it's DSP canceling the interview. So there you have it, folks. Yeah, we knew this was going to happen. As soon as, I think what may have happened was Craig got wind of all of the detractors and everything that Phil has, and all of the vortex of doo-doo that follows Phil. And I think when initially the idea was a good idea to interview him because he would get some views and stuff and some publicity for his podcast, but maybe I think after the Twitter stuff started popping off, he realized, oh man, this is bad. What did I get myself into? And then it probably led to him rethinking about doing this interview, and it kind of gave him an out to get out of the interview. I think that's what it was, because you can see he seemed a bit overwhelmed yesterday on Twitter with how many people corresponded with him. I corresponded via DMs and basically said, hey, here's some information, here's some stuff you might want to look up, here's some stuff you want to touch on, I have a channel, take a look. And he read it. He didn't respond, but he did read my DM. And I gave him pick, go, and a whole bunch of stuff for him to research. And I wasn't belligerent or anything. I just said, hey, I'm a detractor. Just wanted to show you, here's some information. Here's some tools for you to research before you do your interview. And I said, I hope you take a look at it. So I believe, excuse me, I believe a lot of other people did the same thing, just from his tweet. So yeah, so tomorrow I'm pretty sure that our boy here, Craig, is going to say that DSP canceled the interview. So stay tuned. If it may leak later, we never know, because Craig seemed to have he has a little bit of loose lips, so he may leak it later on Twitter or a hint to it. So if he does, I will bring it to you guys. I would create a video, post it or whatever, and let you guys know. But as of right now, DSP did not talk about the interview, talk about anything that was released yesterday on Twitter. I'm pretty sure he was upset and pissed off, and he figured if he goes off and starts yelling and screaming on his podcast, of course people like me are going to clip it and make a big thing. So he didn't want to give us the win for that, so he didn't bother doing it. What he did was he sent an email to Craig, essentially. What I believe, this is my opinion, I believe that he canceled the interview. I'm like 95% sure. He could have maybe sent him an email and say, hey, look, we can still do this, but these are the rules. And Stuttering Craig might say that and then just say, I said no. You know, if it's going to be an interview, I'm going to ask you questions and you should answer, or you have to say, I'm not going to answer that. Either way, you're on the record. So yeah, very interesting. Very, very interesting that this just happened today. So big ups to Poem Future, No Name, for posting this on Twitter. I appreciate you, pimp. If you guys have a Twitter and you don't follow him, definitely give him a follow. He's a cool dude. And yeah, so until the next one, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Peace out.